In realms long forgotten, there are tales of the Forest Kingdom, a place of honour and chivalry, known to some as the Land of the Purple Dragon, but known to all as Cormyr.
Hi, I'm Theoda, and I'm playing Hiram, a half-orc paladin.
Hi, my name's Carl. I'm playing Cassie Donahue, human bard.
Hi, I'm Julia, and I'm playing Badger, a forest gnome monk.
Hi, my name is Anton, and I play Balthazar, a Warforged Cloak of Azuth.
Hi, my name is Elle, and I'm playing Slate, a changeling druid.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm playing Zombo, who is a halfling rogue/warlock.
And my name is Dan. I shall be the dungeon master on this adventure. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hey.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are we all doing all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Marvelous. So last session was a bit exciting. A few things happened, and I'm not one to keep everyone waiting too much longer. So shall we just jump straight in?
Mm-hmm.
Wunderbar. In that case. Although some place no value in it, many subscribe to the notion of fate. Some may point to the gods exercising their influence upon the course of worldly events for their own gain. Others attribute fate to magic, claiming destiny is beholden to arcane powers which flow through the world like a river. There are those who point further afield, citing realms of probability and order following a grand cosmic design. A short while ago, the Warhounds clashed with a high hunt of the god of beasts, Malar, in order to save Hiram's family from a gruesome end. A short while ago, an unlikely ally helped Katya flee Suzail, only to end up attacking the young girl and being stabbed and left for dead. A short while ago, Slate left the relative safety of their home in the King's Forest for the thrill of adventure against their mentor's protestations. Few could have foreseen that these three separate events would be fated to intertwine. The question now is, what happens next?
Combat.
Burn down the forest. Burn down the forest.
No!
We
It does seem to be the Warhound answer to everything. Burn it down.
The air stinks of copper and fear. As you all look at each other, slightly bewildered, some of you splattered with blood, some of which may be your own, some of which may not. There is ragged, heavy breathing from the soldiers who can't quite seem to tell what in the seven hells just happened. But all you can see from where you're standing, through the smashed door in the bottom corner of the room, is a devastated room filled with broken furniture and broken bodies. Blood slicks most the surfaces, and beyond them, a hole in the front of the Stag Steads, revealing an oddly serene view of the forest beyond. And as you catch your breath for a moment, you hear one of the soldiers say, "What was that? What was that thing?" And he looks down to his one-time friend laid crumpled on the ground. 3 large rents through the armor, as if it weren't even there. Badger, what do you do?
I'm tempted to recall Azarad back onto her arm. So she holds out her arm, and he stretches out and begins elongating into tendrils that float across the room and form the tattoo back around her forearm. And that's,
there's a few noises of surprise as Azarad disappears, and your tattoo begins to glow again.
What was that?
Second.
She says, "What was that?"
As she says it, Katya, what answer do you have?
I have absolutely no idea. But she looks around. Where the hell is our other companion?
I'm here. Sorry, I was hiding out back. It's kind of scary.
So Balthazar, as you step out, because you're still following your mission to protect Katya, as you promised to do upstairs, you had enough time to acknowledge that creature, whatever it was, looked suspiciously like the creature that you saw atop the Blushing Maid back in Dead Luke.
Yep.
And as you have that kind of realization, Hiram, what do you do?
I think Hiram would also start looking for Slade.
Okay.
Well, first he's going to look around and see if anyone is hurt.
A few people are, yeah.
I mean, anyone who's hurt and can be helped.
Sure. So
if you're dead, can't help you there.
Yeah. So Hiram, as you look around, I'm gonna get you to give me a quick medicine check.
Natural 20.
Good start.
Very nice.
Yay.
On a medicine check of all things.
Hey, this is important. We need to heal the.
I mean,
the
yes, but
NPCs.
remember how badly I rolled for hitting that thing last session? And that's I get like a plus God knows what on that one. I get nothing for medicine. Nothing.
That's why you need the nat 20.
Yeah.
Do I?
So, as you look around at from where you're stood, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purple dragon corpses from where you're stood. You can see 2 in the room ahead of you. There are 3 scattered about in the room that you're currently in. And what you notice is that every blow from that creature seemed designed to kill, not maim, not injure, kill. And yeah, these 5 purple dragons are stone cold dead.
Right.
Yeah, so effectively, as you look around, there's just the only thing you could theoretically help with is the fear that has gripped the rest of the blades. Even the Alaphon to your right is stood there dumbstruck, just looking at the purple dragon crumpled upside down in the corner next door.
Actually, the more I think, do we need to go after it? Yeah, I think that he's going to voice that. Just turn to the Warhounds and like, shall we chase after it?
Like, can do.
Well, as you ask this and turn back to look to the Warhounds, you mentioned earlier, but Slate, Purple Dragon Rat.
Oh yeah. So
You
what-
are currently upstairs in the Alafon's room.
Oh, cool.
You've just found what appeared to have been the Alafon's journal, which, using your mousy eyes, you found out had a number of notes on someone that was seemingly being questioned or interrogated.
Yeah. Can you remind me quickly what was actually said with that?
So in the notes, there was a. So in the notes, the Alafon notices that initially she refers to them as dreams. The subject appears to be having the same dream over and over and over again. Over time, the dream appears to be getting more complex and vivid, almost like a memory kind of reforming. There comes a point where the Alafon begins referring to the dream as a vision. The Alafon notes that the subject seems completely completely kind of mind blank, and any mind-piercing magics that the Alafon has utilized have revealed nothing. It's almost as if there is nothing in this subject's head, but which is clearly untrue, because she's having these visions and dreams and thoughts and conversations, which the Alafon finds very disconcerting, that she can't delve into this subject's brain matter. You find out that the book also mentioned that the wood elf, the subject, was found wandering the forests, delusional, confused, and barefooted, very unbefitting of a war wizard.
Okay. Is that the beginning of the journal for this?
Yes. So yeah, the elf was found in the woods, brought back for questioning, and then the dreams have been recategorized as visions. But the Alafon hasn't really kind of gotten anywhere. Effectively, the Alafon's just waiting it out.
Okay. Fair enough. So I guess Slate Rat will think to themselves, dream journals. And then hop back down and try and go under this door here.
Okay. So squeezing in, you find there is this is a storage room. There are a number of suitcases. There's a chest of drawers. It looks sparsely filled. You do find a chest in the corner.
So I think I'll just listen very quietly for what's going on around me.
The noise from downstairs has stopped. The screaming has stopped.
Oh, yeah, that was odd. Well, now it's stopped, I guess we're all safe. And then so I'll turn right back into the tail sword.
Okay. So Slate Purple Dragon Rat becomes Slate Purple Dragon.
Boom.
Oh, wait, beg your pardon. Oh, not her.
Ooh.
Oh. Tell you what, we'll
Tail
just
sword, yeah.
we'll just have to keep you Slate.
Work with that.
We know what's going on.
Yeah, but now in a more dexterous state, I would like to open the chest.
It is locked.
Okay.
And yeah, it is locked. Just doesn't seem to Doesn't seem to budge. You can't see a lock on it.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a really good one because I'm really strong at that.
Whoop. There you go.
Because of all my intelligence.
You have a feeling it is magically sealed. Meanwhile,
It seems magically sealed.
Meanwhile, Zumbo, you are. I can only imagine that you've now pushed yourself up to a seated position at the bottom of the stairs. Everyone in the main hall is just kind of. They're shocked, bewildered. Clearly, no one is paying any of you attention. No one's paying you attention. What do you do?
Yeah. So I'm sitting up and trying to uncrease my hat from where the beast kind of bent it by backhanding me. And then as I get up, I'm trying to quietly sort of stare around the side of the Alaphon to try and catch Badger's attention. And kind of through hand signals, kind of saying, "I'm going upstairs to get Wrenna, and then I'm going out there. Meet you out there." I hope hopefully she gets the message. I'm not sticking around to check that she has. And then I'm gonna run as fast as my.
Did you just do that through mime?
Yeah. I'm not saying anything because I don't want the elephant to remember I'm there.
Sure. Sure.
So and I'm gonna run upstairs as fast as my wooden leg will carry me.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you begin running upstairs and whoop.
And yeah, I'm basically dashing, moving as fast as I can.
Okay.
While I've got a chance.
Okay, so yeah, as you ba-bong, with your with your peg leg as you go as you run across. You have enough time to make it to the door that was holding the war wizard. And what do you do?
I'm going to try and undo the lockpick that I shoved in there earlier.
Okie dokie.
And then open it.
Right, so yeah, it's you curse your past self as you have to try and extract this now bent thieves' tool from the mechanism.
Yeah, wishing I hadn't been quite so forward thinking. Okay, 12. I have got inspiration. I might. That's fine.
You tongue firmly out. You can't quite get. You can't quite get it. Like your tools are slipping off the side of it.
Yeah, I'll use my inspiration then if that's all right.
Okay.
Do I need to? Is there some way I can reroll it?
Sorry. Yeah. If you hover over it, there should be a little repeat button. If not, I can just do that.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't see one. Okay.
That's right.
So this is better. 20. There we go.
Okay. And as you sort of scrunch your face up, you manage to grab the tool and pull it out. And as it kind of tinkles to the floor, you do a quick jiffy, and the door swings open.
Great.
And the moon elf sat on the end of the bed leans forward and, "Oh, hello again."
Hello there, Wrenna. Do you fancy going for that walk now? We're going to meet Bodger outside. She's already down there.
"That would be lovely," she says. And she very kind of delicately places her hands either side of it, like, because she's still got her hands on her thighs, just behind her knees, but she delicately places her hands on the edge of the bed and slowly pushes herself off, sort of like steps down onto the ground, and it's most kind of graceful get up you've ever seen. And then she kind of full body turns to you. She's got this smile on her face, and Where are we going?
We're gonna head out for a little walk into the woods, Wrenna, but we're gonna play a little game while we walk, right? And what I need you to do is be as quiet as you possibly can, and not say hello to anyone. The aim is we're going to try and get outside without anyone noticing us. Wouldn't that be a fun game?
And as I'm saying all this, I'm messing with the sheets and the pillows on her bed to try and form a Wrenna shape in the bed.
Okay.
So if anyone like sticks their head in, it'll look like she's asleep.
Okay.
And I'm not going to spend loads of time on it, but I'll just like quickly make it humanoid looking.
Okay. Sure.
And then, as I'm running back to the door, I'm going to say,
The other part of this game, Wrenna, is I need you to carry my friend Betty here for me. You think you can do that?
And Wrenna looks at it and, oh, she's so, and like reaches a hand out, and Betty jumps onto her, and from what I gather, Wrenna just turns invisible.
And I will as well, if that's all right.
Okay. And then a voice from invisibleness says to you, "Are you sure we can't say hello to anyone? It's very rude to just ignore people."
No, Wrenna. If you say hello, we'll lose the game. You want to win, right?
"I've always liked games," she says.
If we get outside and you've done well, you can say hello to Bodger when we get there, all right?
She doesn't reply. She just smiles.
See, you're getting it already. You carry on.
Okay.
I'll take her hand and kind of lead her out.
So, as you as you begin heading out downstairs. So, what are kind of the plans? So downstairs, the tell swords have started to kind of come to, and you can hear. So there's one tell sword in the room. The one tell sword who's just come into the room starts barking orders. He's all like, "You, sort out the bodies. You, get after him!" And sort of pointing at the front door. And like the dragons are a bit dumbstruck, but slowly start kind of shuffling towards their assigned duties. You hear some kind of shocked gasps as two of the purple dragons take a look into, like the dining room, what was once a dining room, and like they kind of look back at the tellsword over their shoulders with kind of worried, pleading looks in their eyes, and the tellsword go, and they kind of slowly step into the room and begin a very, very grim task. Some more soldiers kind of bands together and they rush out into the forest, looking for what they believe to be a missing shapeshifter.
As the chaos are going, Katya weaves her way through like the moving crowds to sort of hear Badger's earshot. And it's like, we need to speak privately and now.
Okie dokie. So they're rushing out. What do you say to that, Badger?
Badger says, you speak. I need to go out and help with the search, and because Badger wants to get outside and meet Zumbo, of course.
Puts her hand up, saying, "We all need to speak now. It's important about something very, very important.
I know,
about
Katya.
Our missing companion."
Mm-hmm. And Katya, it's also really important we find the thing we're looking for. And she gives Katya a really meaningful look.
This is happening telepathically, right?
No, because she's actually just mumbling it.
Oh, okay, right. Hiram, as you watch the two girls, just like, no, this is really important. Out of the corner of your eye, you see the Alaphon's head kind of tweak, and the Alaphon immediately begins frowning. And who? She says, and before she finishes a sentence, she rushes off up the stairs.
Ooh, can I try to stop her?
You can, as she.
Then
Don't tangle with an elephant.
Just call out to her like, please don't run away before we know it's safe to do so.
The Alaphon stops, turns to you, and like you can see that whatever caught her attention has got her really riled. And she looks to you for a moment, like she looks you up and down. And like the corner of her mouth turns up slightly into this almost like sneery kind of snarl. And who do you think you are to talk to me?
Someone who is not dead yet? I mean, if it's a rank you're looking for, I don't have that. But we just had a giant murderous monster eat quite a few of your colleagues. I'm sure that you're a very important person and that you know what you are doing. But at the moment, we are safer together.
Are you being honest?
I am being honest. I just watched this thing kill 5 of these motherfuckers.
Okay. A persuasion check, please.
5. Oh no! Right, off she goes.
The Alaphon almost tuts and she points. Like for a moment, you think she's pointing at you, but then you realise the finger's kind of veering off over your shoulder, and you realise she's pointing at the war wizard at the other side of the room, and she says, "Speak to him," and she disappears off upstairs.
Oh, I tried.
Arguments going on behind you still. It's like, Badger, I think this monster needs a bit of a clean slate.
And I think it's really important that we dream big, and I go try and find the shapeshifter. And Badger starts.
The shapeshifter may already be a shapeshifter. A shapeshifter we may know very, very well.
Okay, I've lost track of this conversation now, so I'm just gonna go.
I think the monster is Slate.
I am going to pick up Katya by the Katya literally by the arms. I'm like, okay, we are going outside.
Yeah. Outside, yes, outside is good.
Okay.
Sorry, Katya.
So yeah, if you lot kind of move yourselves to where you want to be, because meanwhile, Slate, you are in the Alaphon's closet. There is a chest that just won't open at your feet. You have a feeling it's magically locked. You can hear you've heard a number of footsteps running along the corridor outside this room. But what do you do?
Is there anything that's like obviously in this room, or is it just outside the room that is where the club closet is?
Sorry, say again?
Is there, when we say outside the room, are we talking about outside the closet, or are we talking about outside the room, the closet?
Yes, sorry, outside the actual room, yeah.
Okay, so if I was like to make like a bashy, angry, bashy, bash noise by trying to bash the the chest open because I don't have any way of otherwise opening it and would get annoyed by it quite quickly, would that be too obvious?
I don't know, it'll be loud.
Let's give it a shot. Okay, so what I'm going to say is this is because the idea is basically I don't have anything that I think would help me to open this. I believe I am not someone... Oh, wait, no, I kid. I lie. How about... would the chime of opening work on this?
This is a good question.
Maybe.
That's it. That's an interesting question. Would it work?
I think of all things, you were the one with the power to decide this.
It's got you there.
Oh, wise, kind, and benevolent DM.
You know that never worked on me. God, you did. Battery got you guys everywhere.
Just think of how interesting it would be. Or even if not, how funny it would be if we just opened it, wasted their time, and then please don't do that. But then it was just full of nothingness.
If you don't let it work, Dan, you're gonna have to rename them because.
Right.
Chime of some opening.
Yeah, sometimes we'll open, but sometimes not.
Chime of opening normal locks, but not magical locks.
Right, we're gonna tell you what. We're gonna go 1 to 10, 11 to 20. Okay.
20.
Okay. So, you hold out the chime and boom, and the chest doesn't open. Wait. The chest doesn't open, but you notice that the metal banding loses some of its luster.
I will try and open it again.
It now opens.
Yay! I solved your closed magical box puzzle. Open the chest. Open the chest.
Okay, so opening the chest, inside you find a number of pouches, 3 pouches in total. One, a large black leather pouch, a smaller black leather pouch, and a almost like this kind of small reddish leather pouch.
Okay.
Nestled between the 3 pouches is this shimmering, it's almost like this shimmering rose quartz kind of coloured, when I say orb, it's like a spherical gem. It's not entirely smooth, right? So it's orb shaped but with angles. You find that, and like a couple of books, so 3 books in total, that are they're not, well, three kind of arts and histories books, and a young adult fiction.
What are the arts and histories? Is just random arts and histories of kind of good times in Cormyr?
They look pretty. They look,
yeah, I'll kind of like
collector's editions.
I'll like kind of go past them like, yeah. Oh, young adult, and put that one in my bag.
Okay, right.
Slate doesn't really read. Secondly, the pouches. Inside the pouches.
Uh-huh.
Can you just open one pouch for me, please?
Large black,
The red
small
one.
black, small red. In the small red one, it doesn't really make any noise when you pick it up, but inside you can see loads of random. The first smell that wafts out is I mean, there's no polite way of putting it. You open the bag and you smell shit, like, and you notice there are like little poo pellets, in like a little pouch. There's like another pouch with what appear to be like iron filings, and there's a couple of what look like are like more kind of clear gems and so on and so forth. There's a hair in here.
So it's basically a spellcaster's set.
You realise it's a component pouch, and you're getting a big old huff of bat guano.
Perfect. Get them back into everything. I might with the one with the gems in, I'll just switch with a couple of pebbles. Like, get the gems out, put the pebbles in.
Sorry, I don't know. I might have to censor that.
Oh my goodness, that was a real view, wasn't it?
Not her best angle.
I think she's
Is it
real
really a
proud of
D&D
it.
game? if you haven't got a cat's butt in it.
That's raised up to an 18, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely not for kids now. Okay, so yeah, it appears to be a component pouch.
Great. Okay, take the stuff and put some pebbles in the pockets. I can use my herbals kit to transfer some of the stuff. I'll just put pebbles back in.
Okay, cool. So what are you taking?
I'll take one of the fancy books.
Okay, one of the fancy books.
The young adult book, because it looks like it could be something that Slate could read.
Okay. It's called The Missionary.
Yep, definitely gonna get that one. Perfect.
Okay.
I put it into my pocket.
And on the front cover, there's a very kind of sort of like there's a posed. Looks like a cleric. Like if someone said to you a cleric, and it's just like the generic cleric image that's in your head, but just like with a big hat with a big feather coming off it, and it kind of leaning up against the wall with the hat covering the face, and you can see a peak of a little tiefling tail kind of slipping out from underneath the priestly robes. Or the missionary robes. Sorry, beg your pardon.
Definitely getting that one.
Okay. Cool.
Gonna keep that for later. Anything else in the room?
Young adult book. What else are you taking? Sorry.
All the components, and then just switching. I'll leave the bags.
Okay. They jingle.
That's fine.
Okay.
You what?
And
cool. Okay. Leave the components.
Leave the
take
pouches.
the components. Leave everything else.
Leave the riches.
Leave the leather pouches, but put some pebbles in so it doesn't look like they've all gone missing.
Okay. And the fist-sized rose quartz, not quite an orb.
Yeah, whatever that is. Let's put that in the bag.
Okay.
Good luck.
Rose quartz.
Steal.
Orb. Okay. And in that case, as you do that, you hear footsteps coming up to and through the door, and as you see a flash of purple as the Alphon returns to her room, what do you do?
Spider. Okay, close the thing very carefully, obviously.
Okay.
And then spider.
Okay, so you slam the door as the Alphon comes through. You turn into a spider.
Slam the door?
Well, did you know one? Oh, you closing the chest. Sorry.
Closing the chest. Is the door open as well? Oh, yeah, it is.
The doors are all open, yeah.
Close the chest carefully and then spider turn.
Okay.
Really small spider.
Okay, so you turn into a spider and you manage to climb up, or disappear into the cracks of the floorboards, hanging underneath. You manage to get out the room as the Alphon makes her way in, and she immediately opens a chest and looks through it. And she looks up, and there's this look of kind of anger and rage on her face. As a spider, I think you can only move 20 feet, so 1, 2, 3. So you're here by the time she's figured out. Well, but by the time she's reacting, you're pretty much out of the door.
Yes.
What? Okay, so while this is happening, Zumbo, you watch as the Alphon storms past down from the far end of the corridor into her room. You hear some crashing and banging. You hear some angry noises. What do you do?
Yeah, so there'll be an initial sort of sigh of relief as she's not looking his way.
Mm-hmm.
He'll drag Wrenna to the sort of top of these stairs, and I'll just want to have a quick listen to see if anyone's coming up them.
There doesn't appear to be any footsteps coming up, no.
Okay, and I can't hear any sort of voices from the base of the staircase or anything?
No.
Okay. So
well, you can hear just like there's talking in like downstairs. And
yeah, but not like immediately at the base of the staircase. Okay,
no.
great. So he'll give Wrenna's hand a bit of a squeeze. He doesn't want to talk with that Alethon there, but he's kind of squeezing her hand to try and remind her of the rules of the game. And then he's gonna take her downstairs.
Okay. So this you hear gentle footsteps padding behind you, as Wrenna follows you downstairs. Okay, yeah. So she follows you downstairs. And are you just making like you've noticed that the Tellsword and the War Wizard are just like they're off to the side. They're talking. It's the same two that you saw playing not chess.
Yeah.
In the recreational room. Are you just making a straight up beeline?
Is this door open here?
It is.
Okay, so I can see Badger literally outside the lodge then. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna because I was gonna go out this way, but I can see that my escape's blocked there. So yeah, I'm gonna, with a wary eye on that War Wizard, I'm gonna softly hurry Wrenna to the catch up with the others.
So Wrenna follows behind you, and like you get out into like the front, like the foyer, and then you hear this from behind you, and someone falling to their knees. And audibly, not again, not again, not again, not again, not again, not again. You hear Wrenna's voice appearing from nowhere. And
would Betty have time to slap a tentacle over her mouth?
Yeah, so Betty just wraps around Wrenna's and she, but not quick enough that the Tellsword and War Wizard stop and what was that? And you watch as they step out into the middle of the hall and just sort of like look around, because as far as I'm concerned, they're the only ones in the room. But they just heard someone fall to their knees and they heard something fall and then not again, not again, not again. Everyone else, you also heard it. I'd say everyone else. Balthazar. Oh, he's not here. Badger, Katya, Hiram. What do you do?
Is it? Can we work out what that was? Is it fairly obvious to us?
Badger, you recognised it as Wrenna's voice.
Right, and I heard it coming from back here. Okay, and I can see the Tellsword back there, presumably.
Yeah. So I should point out, because everyone's somewhat on high alert, the Tellsword is walking with his sword out.
Yeah, okay, Badger's gonna move towards the Tellsword and sort of until she's quite close to Zumbo, and she's gonna hold her hand out and say, "Don't worry, we're going to go and help. You stay here."
The Tellsword looks at you. And
do I have inspiration? Because I feel I need it. I do. It's gonna be an inspiration roll for advantage. Okay. It's a natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Great inspiration.
And this Tellsword kind of looks to you, like, and you can see that the Tellsword's shaken, right? He's on edge. Oh, Anton's. He's on edge. But then as you say that, of course, he says, and he just kind of disappears off, and yeah, he just kind of goes back to talking to the wizard, but like his head's just kind of on a swivel. And yeah, Zumbo, you can see Betty, right? We'll imagine you can see Betty.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, because you saw her pointing, divining rodding to Badger earlier.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can just see Betty's tentacles wrapped around something head-shaped. And slowly this tentacle kind of rises up. And there's as Wrenna walks into you slightly.
Yeah, I'll just give her hand a sort of reassuring squeeze and.
Okay.
Can I say that Badger had already moved back outside
Sure.
to give them space to come out if they want to?
Okay, so yeah, with that, you managed to extract this war wizard. Badger, as you kind of get outside, you look. Zumbo, as you get outside, you look around and tell you what I'm gonna do. Click. So, Zumbo, if I can have a quick history check.
Okay. That'll be a 12.
Okay. So, as you know, as the leader, as captain of the group, you're pretty sure that everyone is here. You're all ready to go. Wait, no. Whoa, that Slate person. Slate's not here. Where's Slate? Oh no, where's Slate? Remember, as a captain, you can never leave one of your crew behind.
That's true, but I have given my trusted bosun her instructions. And, I have every faith in her abilities, so I'm going to stick to my plan.
Wait, what were those instructions again?
I can't believe you misunderstood the.
Okay, so for your last wild shape, you are a Spooder. Custom settings. Boop. Okay, you are now Spooder.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Going. Can I do that? I can do that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've got 20 feet. I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
No, actually, I lie. I'm gonna go here.
Yeah.
Oop. It's not letting me move it, but that's where I want to go. There we go.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna turn back into a tail sword.
Okay, so you, as a spider, you skitter across the landing, under a door, and you find yourself in what appears to be a lavatory. And you turn yourself back into. We'll just change it back. Oh, not Badger. We'll turn you back into Slate. Okay, but you're a purple dragon.
Yep. Okay. Then I will. Do I still get movement even though I've used my wild movement? Oh.
Well, as an action, actually, yes, you would. So,
Yeah.
are you just now walking out as a purple as a tail?
Oh yeah, this is like a Pink Panther style. So yeah, I'll get out there and go. Oh God, I was stuck in there with all the sounds, everything was going on. I better hurry downstairs and see what's going on. And off I'll
Is
head
the hallway
towards
completely empty? And that
The
was just
Oscar goes to Slate.
Okay, so Slate, as you announce this to no one in particular, as you begin making your way down, the Allophon comes bursting out of her room. She looks left and right. She doesn't even acknowledge you as she runs past you, and you see her run up to a door at the far end of the hallway and throw the door open. And she takes a step inside, and like she just disappears from sight. As you're making your way down the stairs and kind of making your way out, you hear a shout from upstairs, like a yell of unbridled fury. And as you hear the yell from the Alethon upstairs, the Telsword and War Wizard in front of you in the main hall, as you step out of the way. I should point out that this room is blood ridden, like blood soaked. There's purple dragons tending to corpses. There's one poor individual that's been folded in half backwards, and the War Wizard in the room dashes past you, runs upstairs to find out what's happened. The Telsword looks to you and kind of runs past as well. Because obviously you've got this now, and yeah, as they disappear off upstairs, Slate, you are free to beeline for the front door.
I guess I'd look around and because I didn't realize. I guess Slate's carefree kind of vibe.
Something happened. Clearly,
yeah.
There's this door in the corner is gone. Like part of the wall is gone. There's a purple dragon over in the corner here, who doesn't look well at all. There's purple dragons, bits of purple dragon in front of you. They don't look. They don't look well either. Clearly there's been a big fight. But then from where you're stood, you can also see the rest of the Warhounds stood outside.
Oh god. I have to go. You're doing a great job, everyone. Really good job of surviving.
Again,
those that have
empty room.
As to it, and then run. Off.
Great job surviving, corpses.
Better luck next time, you lot.
And then I'll run as quick as I can to the Warhounds.
Okay. And the Warhounds, you watch as this Telsword kind of hurries out to you. What does the Telsword say?
Oh my god, what happened there? I thought you guys were just having a bit of a laugh and a bit of a kick up, and you didn't have to. You didn't murder everyone, did you? Are we? I mean, they're not attacking you right now, so I'm imagining you guys didn't. We're not murdering people in like cold blood now, are we? Are we doing?
Can I just propose that this isn't the time? Like Badger would literally just be saying, "Come on, we can talk once we're searching in the forest," and starts running.
If I could get an insight check from everyone, please.
12 for Zombie.
4 for Badger.
Okay.
9 for Katya.
Could you roll for me?
Oh yeah, of course. Okie. Everyone, so Badger, Katya, Balthazar, they're a bit taken aback by this purple dragon that's just rushed out. Hiram, it's you that tweaks at. Oh, it's Slate. Where did you get a Telsword uniform?
Yeah, Hiram is going to lean closer to Slate again and like, remember when I asked you to let us know when you change, appearances so we know who you are?
Do we hear this?
Yeah. I'm whispering. Yeah, I'm whispering it because we do have purple dragons nearby.
Mm-hmm. The two purple dragons, these two young recruits are proper rubbernecking. They're just kind of looking in and, oh my god, just looking at that utter devastation. This other group is just kind of a group ran off into the woods some time ago. These recruits aren't really paying attention. One of them turns around and stands to attention when they see a Telsword stood behind them.
I'll stand up straight and go, get in there and help clean up, protect the people. Come on, it's a bloody massacre in there. Go.
And these two.
Did we hear Hiram sort of whisper to, not sure if Slate?
Well, I think was that not like a whisper to everyone?
I mean, it was mostly a whisper to Slade because I'm not great at whispering, to be honest with you. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys have good hearing, then yeah.
Okay,
Hiram is genuinely a loud person, I think. I would think, just because.
As long as if it's heard, then Katya very quickly backs away from Slate.
Oh, okay. In which case, yeah. So it's like you watch as Katya backs off. Clearly, you're really pulling off this this badass Telsword vibe.
When everyone gets in, I'll pull down. I don't know which way it would go. Just flip up the flap and be like, "It's me. It's okay. Me. See, fine. Don't worry." But cool. How cool is this? Look, shiny, strong.
Badger.
Be here
are
anymore.
dead.
By the way, Badger's not here anymore because we're standing outside the building with the irate Alethon inside.
Yeah, but Zombo would definitely have
Zombo
dragged Wrenna
and
to the
Wrenna
tree
wouldn't
line.
be here. Badger wouldn't be here right now. So I'm just gonna yeet her out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. In which case, yeah. Are you walking and talking? I
hope so.
I mean, I'd be following everyone, but.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when Badger starts moving, Hiram's gonna start ushering people towards the woods.
Okay.
So he's in the back.
In which case, as you leave behind the hellscape that is the Stag Steads, as you kind of rush off into the distance, Balthazar, you're the one at the back who's everything's just been a bit intense.
Bit much.
Those people are in bits. Wasn't appreciated. And as you kind of like, because everyone's doing that, it's halfway between like a fast walk and a jog kind of thing. Like everyone's power walking as fast as they can away from the Stag Steads. And as you're kind of lumbering along, keeping up with them, you take one last look at the building behind you, and with your perception, you notice that stood at the window of the office that you were in is a purple-robed Alethon, watching as you disappear off into the forests. And before long, you make your way back up onto the you make your way up the short path to the Starwater Road. Everyone, Zumbo, how are you letting everyone know where you are? Are you just kind of making noises like a sonar every so often, or?
I think as soon as we got out of the building, he would have squeezed Badger's shoulder and whispered trees, and then just started legging it for the tree line.
Okay.
And when they all caught up with him, he would be checking in every so often, but he's not dropping invisibility on himself and Wrenna until it runs out. Basically, he's not, because there's purple dragon patrols around, isn't there?
We're doing Marco Polo. We're going Marco.
Zumbo Polo.
He goes Polo.
Yeah.
Zumbo Polo.
You can probably roughly follow his trail by the cursing as his leg gets stuck in things.
I sort of do something. It's like, as soon as we get sort of at least far enough from the cabin, Catch is gonna be like, "All right, everyone, stop."
Nope. Badger just doesn't stop. We can walk and talk.
Walk and talk is good. To be fair, we do need to get quite far away because I did steal some of the Alethon's stuff.
We stole more than that.
You what?
What did you all steal?
Repurposed. Repurposed into my purse. My bag.
Not why she's angry.
I'm gonna go on the assumption that everyone but Katya has stopped. Everyone but Katya.
She stops, watches everyone just sort of hurry off, and she's like, "Oh, come on!" And she starts chasing after him. It's like,
you guys wait up.
She's very cautious at Slate, and she's like, oh my god, no one's listening to me. They're all going to get killed. I don't know why. I don't know why it's going to happen.
Actually, we can listen, but just, say it as we are getting away from the problem.
Okay, she stops her. Okay, fine. I think Slate was the monster.
What monster? I think it's really... You know what, Katya? I think it's really hurtful to use terms like this. Changeling. Changeling is what I am. Not monster. I don't deserve this from you. We've all had a hard day. I had to stuff a towel sword into the cupboard to get this really cool suit, which you haven't even commented on, by the way. And I just think, words, you know how to use words. Maybe use them nicer sometimes. I'm very disappointed
I don't
in you.
think you're a monster.
Thank you.
Oh, it's just taking all the wind out my sails.
The gloves are off.
As a player, just all the wind is gone.
Okay. So for reference,
Inspiration, first of all.
yes, for both of you actually. Katya has just accused Slate of being the monster, and I think everyone but Slate knows who the monster is.
After this, by the way, I'll probably turn around and just go, sorry, who's that?
She's invisible, by the way.
Oh, no, never mind then. Ignore. Back on.
I think Hiram is going to look at Katya and how do you think Slate managed to get out of the building, all the way around, turn into a monster, and then kill all those people?
Where was Slate during the entire conflict? And
In the room next to us.
We didn't know that, though.
Where did you get those clothes from?
We've seen him walk in there.
Well, we saw Slate walk off, and then a good time later, the creature attacked, and suddenly he tops back up. It's not just this. I seem to have connected with the monster, and I saw Slate in the monster's mind.
What?
You saw Slate?
Yes, as Chiron.
Ooh.
And as that beast was savaging us, that's what I saw. Chiron screaming. And then suddenly it disappears, and about 10 minutes later, Slate shows back up again.
Wait, can I... What, can I ask what was this monster creature, what was it like?
Black fur, a lot of blood, a lot of teeth, a lot of claws, a lot of death.
Ooh.
And Chiron's face, smack bang in the middle of its mind.
More specifically, do you all remember? Well, those who were present for the ritual in the forest when we were trying to save my family. Do you all remember the statue of the beast of Balark that we have seen? I was not summoned over there.
Question.
I also want to point out that Slade has an item on them right now that when you touched it, Hiram, nearly turned you into, I saw what you were about to do. How do we know that it's not controlled Slate and turned Slate into a monster? That sickle could be the thing that turned him into whatever this creature you're discussing.
Can I, sorry, get back in touch here. I actually was doing a lot of hard work. I did not realise there was a monster downstairs, but I'm kind of glad I wasn't there because it seems, from what we were in, that it was a big old bloodbath, so very happy I wasn't there for that. But what I was doing is I found a journal. It was a bit of a dream journal. It was a bit, wishy-washy. Anyway, so I found information. I don't know if we were very successful in this trip to try and find what we were trying to find, but I think I have some interesting information, and it's only just come to me that maybe this is what we should be finding. However, okay, so there's this war wizard, and they're having dreams, but they're kind of visions, but they're kind of dreams. And, it was a bit wishy-washy, but I think we need to find this war wizard because I think they might be the special thing.
Do you hear that, Jumbo? That sounds just like Wrenna.
Jumbo?
And Slate, as you say Jumbo, you hear, hello.
Ooh.
I imagine there's a period of like her mumbling through Betty's tentacle before like Betty removes it.
Yeah, you hear some struggling. You hear, "Hello, oh, I just lost the game."
Why does she sound slightly like Emily?
What?
Slate, it dawns on you that there is someone invisible amongst your party, and as you take a look down, you see that there is a 7th set of footprints. Sorry, 8th if we include Drawl. Set of footprints going through the forest to your position.
Well. Hello.
Who is that?
Yeah, well, Balthazar's. Yeah, so Balthazar's just been running along. From this space in between you, you just hear, "My name is Wrenna. It's
Nice
so
to
good
meet
to
you,
see you. Although you can't see me, I suppose. Funny that."
You're a spirit, like a spirit of the forest.
There's a pause, and then you see the leaves on the ground get disturbed slightly. And Zumbo, you see Betty's tentacle wrapped around Wrenna's head, kind of lower to your head height, and then like get uncomfortably close up to your face. Am I a spirit?
Nah, of course you ain't, Wrenna. Of course she ain't, Balthazar. Ain't bleeding spirit.
Wait, well, who is she?
She's the person we came here to meet, remember? Taking her back to the fort. Just
we
keeping
came
her...
here to find like evidence or like a book or something.
Yeah, that's right. Betty's just keeping her invisible in case we run into any more of the coppers.
I think this ties in completely well to what I found in the Alaphon's room. And that's why the Alaphon's really angry. And it all makes a lot of sense.
No, this is great. This is great, because Katya, look, Slate was getting all this amazing information while we were fighting the beast. They can't be the same.
I don't like how this is Chiron, though. I mean...
I've seen you become Chiron enough. This is not going to be a case of mistaken identity. It had Chiron
So, hang on,
bang in the centre of its thoughts.
I'm just going to pause Katya there. What's here I'm going to say real quick?
DM Dan, can I argue for a history check? If I can connect some dots here, because I'm not going to lie, because we heard the ghost say that the phrase "beast must be cold."
I'm going to ask for a history check from
And
both
you know, I
Katya
have
and
been
Iram.
almost possessed by that damn sickle, so can I ask for advantage, please?
You can roll advantage on history, absolutely.
15.
Okay.
15 for myself.
So, Hiram, so what? Sorry, just run through again with me what dots you're
So
trying
I
to
would
connect.
like Hiram to connect the dots between the phrase "the beast must be cold," the sickle, and seeing Chiron specifically in the monster.
What conclusion are you coming to?
Whatever Slate needs to do is this. This is the beast that needs to be cold.
Okay. Okay, so that is a correct deduction, yes.
Yeah, I know, but does Hiram know?
Hiram does know with a 15. Katya, so as you're stood there going, you know, it was it was Chiron, it was 100% Chiron, and then you kind of conjure back the image of what you saw in your head. And now that things are slightly less stressful and you've got a bit more brain power to think things through, the one thing you remember that was slightly different is that Chiron in this one had longer hair, like it was still bald on top, but it was longer hair down to like his shoulders, and like his tattoos were slightly different.
Last time I was going to check whilst I guess they're still running. Oh, wait a minute. It can't be Slate. I've seen the beast before. Yeah, I saw it on top of the inn when we were leaving.
You did?
Right behind. Yeah, it was just sat on top of the inn and staring at us. And I thought it was just like a ghost or something strange, but I really did see it before.
And you didn't think to mention it, lad?
Yeah, with Zumbo on this one, wherever he is.
Well, I thought it was scary enough. I didn't want to scare anybody else. Maybe I was just making things up.
Clearly not, but...
Yes, Elle.
Oh, did Slate see, or did, it would have been, Rowan see the beast when they picked the sickle up? I forgot.
You saw a flash of black and red, I think.
But that's it, nothing to kind of decipher.
You saw like a bestial face of black and red, yeah.
In this thing, I'll start slowing down and just go, hold on. Well, for a start, this cool shiny armor isn't really that useful for me. But can I just check something very quickly?
Mm-hmm.
And if it goes bad, I don't know, catch me or something, do something, just fix it. And then I'll take the sickle out again and just touch it and see what happens.
Okay, so just in case, so for everyone, so this Telsword is now slowing down. Telsword Slate is slowing down, and is about to reach into the bag. Catty, you've had that memory.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an internal thought or an external thought?
At the moment, it keeps being talked over, so she's going to keep it internal, but I think she might want to talk to Slate later.
Everyone else, you can see that Slate's about to reach into the bag. Is there anything that's happening? Slate
I take a step
we all
back.
collectively go, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Slate, as you reach into the bag and you grab this what looks like a corroded sickle, the blade is rusted, and at the moment you see that last time you looked at it, like the blade was dripping blood. The blood there's no longer any blood stains in your bag, which is bizarre, and the blood kind of mingles in with the rust on this blade as if it's dried again. And like, as you grab the handle and you feel the squelch of the mulchiness of the kind of rotted wood, as you pull it out and sort of like, really kind of grip it, you feel this kind of tug on it's almost like a tug on your chest almost, and suddenly it feels like something's just kind of almost kind of blown out of you. Everyone else you watch as Slate kind of stands up as if they're being lifted up by their collarbone, and Slate's on tiptoes for a moment, and Slate, your vision feels like it's rushing through the forest. Sorry, beg pardon. You see the tops of the King's Forest. You can see the treetops, and with the motion, you realise that you're flying. And at a moment's notice, you feel as if your arms pull in and you dive bomb through the canopy into the forest below. You feel an intense pain as your body structure reforms and changes, and then suddenly, in lieu of winged arms, you can now see scaled, like black scaled reptilian legs carrying you through the forest at a pace, and you see a cave looming up ahead of you, and as you run into the cave and darkness envelops you, you snap back to yourself.
Okay,
And in that moment, as you snap back, there is a heavy weight on. There's a feeling like you can feel the knot growing in your gut because you recognize that cave. You grew up in that cave. That's the cave you shared with Baz.
I think we should just leave the entire forest. I think we're done here. We've done a good job. I think this is a very well done quest and good times to us all. Did you know, Katya, I got through Oller. Now let's go this way. This way is probably the best way to go. That way, quick.
No.
Let's go.
Right.
We gotta chase the beast.
Oh, no. Let's not chase the beast. Let's do the opposite, I think.
Why not? It's dangerous.
Yes, exactly. Dangerous. Bad idea. Let's do the other thing.
No, we could save people.
Hiram gets your attention, Slate.
Mm-hmm. What do you want? This is dangerous. Did you see all the blood?
Is this that beast you need to call?
Nope. Probably just another beast. Different beast. Probably like
Slate, what happened to your mentor?
I don't know. I don't know, but yes, okay, they might have been involved in this, and I don't think it's. I think we should just go.
Something you aren't telling us.
Katya, as you think about it, as you study Slate, your mind flashes back to a conversation that you had some time ago, a few weeks ago, when you were talking to Chiron. And it was one of the rare occasions where Slate vaguely spoke about their past. But you do remember Slate telling you where they got the inspiration from Chiron. Inspiration for Chiron. And you realise that the face that you saw was Chiron but not. Chiron but different, slightly. And no, go on.
Carry on. Sorry, that was my apologies.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, you can't help with that history check of 16 from before. You kind of get this feeling.
Do you lot want to run on a second? And Slate, can I talk to you privately? We'll catch up.
All right, but don't lose us. We need to get back to the fort.
Okay, I think I can find you.
Yeah, about that. I need to talk to you guys.
What, everyone?
Well, specifically Zombo and Badger.
Okay. In which case, as the group kind of splits off from Katya and Slate, and you carry on your journey to Fort Limera, let's grab a 10-minute break.
Okie dokie.
Cool. I will see y'all in a bit.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
See you in a
See
bit.
ya.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back.
So, we find the Warhounds power walking through the King's Forest in an attempt to get back to Fort Limera, having successfully absconded with their crazy war wizard, who may or may not know secrets to an artifact that commands total loyalty. There have been a few revelations, a few suspicions, a few accusations, and yeah, we'll pick up. So, Katya and Slate, you watch as kind of the rest of the group wander off. Hiram, you watch as Hiram kind of grabs Badger and Zumbo in a mini team huddle. Balthazar's just kind of stood on his own, just kind of looking around. Balthazar, next to you, just here. I'll talk to you.
Oh,
Aww.
Just this disembodied
All right.
voice. You're
What
not
do you want to talk about?
not entirely sure where it's coming from. But yeah, Catcher and Slate. You watch as the other five kind of disappear off a little bit. You watch as Drawl kind of pads off, stops, turns and looks at you, and then just plonk, plonks himself down. Like 10 feet away. Yeah, Catcher. What do you do?
Catherine sort of like walks for a moment and then just sort of looks to Slate and she goes, "It's Baz, isn't it?"
we really should be going. I think the fort is the best way for us to get right back to the right place, and then we can just whoop right out of here.
I know what I saw, Slate. There's no point in hiding it anymore. And
Well,
the longer you keep this hidden, the worse it's going to get.
not if we get right out of the forest and then just stay out of the forest. I think we're onto the right track, and the right track is just right out of the forest. And also, none of your business, young lady.
Don't play that card on me, Slate. You're about almost as old as I am.
Okay, well, I think it might be Baz, but I don't know where. This doesn't make any sense to me, and I could see what I think maybe Baz could see. When we, there was flying, and then there was weird, gross lizard crawling. It didn't.
The creature changed once when it burst into the room, and another as it ran away. I think it's a shape changer.
Well, I guess that's next level. Next level shaping. But he's not a bad guy. He's not. I don't. This. He wouldn't just kill everyone like that. It was. I saw the bodies. That can't have been, unless maybe he came and maybe he's become very wild, and then maybe everyone else, maybe other people started attacking each other, and just big mishap where there was, I don't know, people weren't good at using their weapons, and actually he didn't do anything wrong.
He did kill a load of people, Slate, but inside he was screaming. As soon as our minds touched, I saw what I thought was you, and I apologize for accusing you. I do.
And for calling me a monster.
But again, I did think it was you. So, but he's either in intense pain or intense rage, but either which way, it's whatever's happened to him isn't good, and I just can't help but. How did he find us? That's the other thing. It's like it seems he's following. According to Balthazar, wrong way. They're ahead of us. According to Balthazar, he said it's been following us since Deadlook.
I guess it's when we were in the Stag Steads, at one point the sickle, it was The whole bag was covered in blood, and I didn't know what to do. I just kind of, I guess, brushed it off at the time because I don't know. What do you do when you have a bag full of blood that's not come from anywhere? It's a bit. I just thought it was, the sickle is weird. It has bad, scary things happening, and I don't like it. And I just,
You have a
I
power
don't.
you don't understand. And I get that. Honestly, I really, really get that.
I just, I don't think. I don't think I'm ready to deal with this yet. I don't know how to help, or we're not even supposed to see. He told me to leave and to come back and to. I just think this is causing more problems than we can fix. Maybe if we actually leave completely, then it will go away again, and then it will just. Maybe it's because I'm here. Maybe because we're here. Maybe it's because. Maybe we should just go.
That's true. Or we could go all the way back to Fort Blymira and it follows us all the way and massacres everyone. The other thing, you may not want to face this, but remember you're not facing it alone. And look at all these people we've got gathered with us. You know, how we helped Hiram when he needed it. And I guess they'll help us with some of our problems. Some which are now a lot bigger than I thought they were. But if Baz is in pain or if Baz has gone feral, I think he'd only trust one person to help him. And so do the rest of the druids, and she points at your bag. They clearly see a problem. They've chosen you for this task. So I'll help in any which way. I know I'm not much of a fighter, but I'll do what I can to help you, Slate.
Maybe you can tell Baz to stop. You're good at that. You're really good at that. Just, yeah, what we'll do is, we'll all protect you. And we just stand there, and then when he gets there, just go, stop! And then he'll stop, and then it'll be the end of it.
Not always how it works. I remember the night I escaped. I always thought that Tovoth. I don't know why he turned on me at the last minute when he seemed to be helping for so long. I think there's a limit. And there's only so much you can convince someone to go against their better interests. At some point, you go back to your original mindset. I think I could tell Baz to stop. But after a while, he realized that he doesn't want to stop.
Maybe it's this sickle. We need to get rid of the sickle because, look what happened to Hiram. And Hiram is, one of the kindest of all of us. He I think maybe this sickle, maybe this is the problem. And maybe if we can destroy this, then maybe we can help him. Obviously they want to kill the beast with this, but I don't think that's the right. I don't want to. I can't do that.
You're thinking about it wrong. Maybe the beast is enveloping Baz, and to slay the beast, you're freeing him. You can ignore this, and I'll happily follow you if that's what you choose to do, Slate, but what's to stop him going right into the middle of Sazale and just going to town on the poor district? A lot of kids who live in those streets. That's why Ursula did so well. How would you feel if Baz arrived in town, we go back to Zell, he follows us the whole way, even after you get rid of the sickle, and just kills everyone in sight? I get you're trying to run from things, I understand that. And she looks off into the distance for a moment. She realizes that she's kind of giving herself advice as well. Sometimes we need to face our past. No matter how much it scares us. My God, no matter how much it scares us.
Thank you, Katya. I need time. I need some time. Let's keep on our way for now, and
Yeah.
I'll tell everyone what it is because obviously that's a problem. But we need to
Yes.
keep going for now.
Do tell everyone though. Yes, I've got stuff I need to tell them as well, but I think this kind of, unfortunately, takes some precedent over the other thing. Anyway, let's go rejoin the others. She offers an arm out to you.
Slate takes Katya's arm and squeezes it very gently in a as friendly as possible way and as knowingly as careful as possible of Katya's jumpiness with touching.
She just gives you a smile as she walks with you back to the rest of the group.
Okay. So as the two of you kind of rush up to try and catch up with the rest of the group, Hiram, you have captured yourself the two smalls of the party.
Yes.
Is Zumbo still invisible? Sorry.
That's up to you. It depends how long we've been walking. If we've been walking for more than an hour, then yes, he's invisible. He's visible now.
Okay, right. In which case, yeah, Zumbo turns visible as you start talking to him, Hiram.
Yeah, Zumbo, you mentioned that you want to take Wrenna back to the fort. And I'm just wondering, I thought we agreed that we are going to get the information and get the artifact ourselves.
Yeah, well, I figured the fort's a safe place for us to talk to her to find out what her dream is. We haven't actually asked her yet. And we can go off and get the artifact and make sure Raidra don't get it if that's what we want. But there's no harm in her having looking after Wrenna here, is there?
There is no harm in looking after her, but first of all, I'm not sure if the fort is the safest place for her. Second of all, there is no power in the universe that will stop Raidra from getting the information once we deliver it to her.
Well, where do you suggest we keep Wrenna? She's not exactly well, she's a few barnacles short of a full boat, if you get my meaning.
There is a point there.
Yeah, she's not going to be looking after herself here, Am.
I'm aware of that. I'm just saying that maybe the enemy camp is not the best place to deliver her to.
Well, she don't know they're the enemy, does she?
That's what they do.
Well, I don't think they'll mind putting her up too much if she's going to tell them where the artifact is.
Which brings me back to my point. You don't want an artifact to fall into Raidra's hands.
All right.
Once again, you can probably get it a bit faster if we get the information before them. But do we want to run against the clock?
How about we ask Wrenna about her dream, right? And we, if it's obvious where the artifact is, because we might need help working it out. But if it's obvious, we can give her some fake dream to tell Raidra, while we drop her off and then we go get it.
Yeah, I mean, we could also just leave her with Jake. You're not
I'm
too
sorry.
far from Cambodia.
What?
I am joking. Obviously not.
I love this.
I mean, Zumbo's got a point here. Where else are we going to leave her?
Yeah, I mean, she had a right plush bedroom back at the Stag Steads. I feel a bit mean taking her out of that and then just dumping her in the forest somewhere.
Okay, I mean, we can go back to the fort if you guys want to do that. I'm just saying, It's just been one thing I kept saying through all of this is that I don't want Ray to get this artifact because I don't think it's going to end well.
Don't worry. Well, we can just steal it off her if she gets there before us.
Well, Zumbo, I think you have a good idea. Why don't we gently question her in the forest before we get to the fort? So then we're ahead of the game, and we can deliver her and go straight off in the direction we think it is. That way, at least we've got a head start on Rager if she does have designs on the object.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is to take her to an encampment or a village or something, and just leave her
Unattended?
with other purple dragons. No,
Which purple dragons? They'll be looking for her.
Do you reckon?
I don't mind them finding her. Is a thing. Actually, I do mind them finding her because the Alphons have been just nothing but.
Do you reckon she remembers she's a purple dragon?
I don't have an answer for you. I'm just saying, like, I don't think the fort is the best idea either.
So nothing's a good idea. So we might as well go to the
never
fort.
Mind. Let's go to the fort. And Hiram's gonna walk away.
He's cheery today.
Yeah.
It's been a trying day.
It has. It has been a trying day.
Yeah.
So, Balthazar, as you're walking along, there's just this kind of this disembodied voice, just talking to you, and the voice is like, "My name's Wrenna. What's your name?"
Oh, I'm Balthazar.
That's a lovely name. Do you dream, Balthazar?
You do. Do I dream? I don't really sleep much, so I guess not.
No.
What, do you dream?
Neither do I. I have a dream. It's the same one every night when I'm trancing.
Well, what is it?
Do you want to hear about my dream, Balthazar?
Sure.
She's walking alongside you. Balthazar, as you're kind of plodding along, you can't help but notice, like, this moon elf is, she's in a war wizard robes, but she's got no shoes on. But she just seems utterly oblivious to the fact that
she's not invisible.
She's rematerialized as the conversation started.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you notice that she just seems completely oblivious to the fact that she is barefooted, walking through a forest, which can't be comfortable, really. But she just kind of stops, and like gestures for you to come down to her level.
Balthazar will stoop.
With this kind of vacant smile on her face, and like she puts her hands to her mouth and kind of moves her face to where your ear would be. So really, it's just like the bolt on the side of your helmet. There's a darkness that encompasses all. The light can't reach this place. I hear whispers, voices
where is it?
in my head. Voices that aren't mine. The walls, the floor, they're all damp. And my footsteps, they echo out into the dark. I'm being watched. They can all see me, but I can't see them. They're surrounding me. They're all saying the same thing. From the shadow we come. This world is ours. It's a nice dream.
Sure. I'm not sure I like the sound of that. Where is that darkness?
And she smiles and she doesn't quite understand the question, but it's in my head. It's my dream.
Oh. Have you always had that dream? Do you remember being a war wizard?
And she looks at you, and like she goes to answer, and then she stops. And like as you, she looks at you. Say, "Have you always had that dream?" When you say, "Do you remember being a war wizard?" She stops, and like she freezes, and she looks at you, and then you notice that there's this clarity in her eyes for a fleeting second, and you watch as her eyes start to quiver, and where are who? She looks you up and down. Who are you? Where am I? What's going on? What's happening? Where?
I'm Balthazar. We're in the King's Forest.
And you watch as this elf looks around and starts panicking. And then her expression softens again. Hello. My name's Wrenna.
Alright. I guess Balthazar will just keep chatting along with her.
Okay. So you.
Sorry, Dan. Would somebody have had time to run after Hiram briefly?
Yep.
Great. Yeah, it won't take very long. I just want to kind of grab Hiram. Walk. Sorry.
I imagine it's difficult because his legs are as long as you are tall.
Yes, I'm having to.
I'm not going.
I'm having to like full on run
Long
to catch up with. Yeah.
Horrible.
Hiram. Just a minute, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Obviously, been a bit of a busy day, and hadn't had much chance to chat to you after last night. But I was just hoping that you might keep the let's call it the bathtub incident. If you could just keep it between yourself and I, that'd be much appreciated. Wouldn't want the rest of the crew getting the wrong idea, you know.
No, of course. The secret is safe with me.
Of course, not that there's anything to yeah. But
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I seem to have a bit of a phobia with fire at the moment. I am the last person who can judge.
Well, it's much appreciated, Hiram.
Yeah, and I'm going to. If you ever want to talk about it, I am really good at sitting still and listening to people.
He seems to think about it for a bit. I'll bear that in mind. Thanks.
Okay. As you so as you conclude your conversations, the journey continues apace, and before long you find yourselves approaching Fort Lymira. Balthazar, if you're keeping an eye on Wrenna, she doesn't she maintains that kind of vague smile, that kind of vacant smile on her face for the rest of the journey. Before long,
Can I say, before we get to the fort, I would like to make sure that I've gathered everyone together.
Okay.
Yeah, and didn't we want to speak to Wrenna before we took her to the fort?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so in which case, with the fort, it's about half a mile out. You can take the opportunity if you so wish.
Everyone, can we all just stop for a second? Maybe out of the way of the main road. I just wanted to apologize, Hiram, to you. Really, I'm sorry I wasn't able to respond there. I didn't want what I thought was true to be true, but it doesn't really seem like there's anything else that can be done about it, and we might be in danger, and so I think we all have to be aware. You're right. I think it might be my mentor, under all that scary beast garb. When I grabbed the sickle just a moment ago, I was flying, and then I came crashing down to the earth, and then I was crawling like a lizard, and then I reached a cave that I knew very well. Well, I knew very well. And it's somewhere that was where I used to call home. That was one of our main places to stay, and I think this beast is Baz, and I think we're getting to a point where we have to do something about it, or there might be a case that he's coming after us, and I'm not sure if he knows. I'd hope that he didn't know, but if it's as dangerous as it seemed, then I want you to be aware that it might be after us, and it might be my fault, and I'm sorry, and you've all really helped. We've all helped each other in the past. I don't know what to do here, but I don't want you to be in danger, but I don't think that we can not be in danger. And I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's not your fault, Slate. And don't worry, we're all here. Thank you for trusting us enough to tell us.
Yeah, well, we're with you.
To the end.
Okay.
We do need to find that beast, though. It's really scary.
Well, I think I know where it is.
I wouldn't mind having a bit of a lie down first. I think a couple of my ribs might be cracked.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh, you are hurt?
Well, that Baz or that beast or whatever we're calling it, it's got a hell of a right hook.
Why don't you say something? Lay on hands. Have some help.
How bad are you? Yeah, Zumbo requires 16 hit points to be tip top.
You can have 16 hit points easily.
Oh, look at
Gosh.
that.
Ah,
Handed them out like candy.
cheers, Aaron.
I never use them, so might as well.
Right, so the journey to Stag Steads was about 15 miles. Obviously, the journey back is also about 15 miles. So yes, as you're traveling back, by the time, well, it's now very much coming up on nighttime. So yeah, on your way back to Fort Lamira. So, are there any other discussions outside, or are you happy to head in?
Well, I think, Wrenna, you ought to probably tell us all your dream just before we go in, see if we can work out where this thing is.
Wrenna looks to you. She smiles, and do you all want to hear my dream as well?
Yes.
Okay. To save time, she repeats what she said to Balthazar. She mentions the darkness, the voices, being watched, and then from the shadow we come, this world is ours. Balthazar, you note that on this occasion she doesn't. Again, she's still got that kind of vacant smile. Like her reactions as she goes through the dream are the same, where she starts to panic at being watched, but when she finishes, she kind of goes back into her naive kind of bliss, almost like a happy place.
I thought. Go, Julia.
I think when she had that little moment of panic before she sort of went back into herself, Badger will probably look over at Katya and say, "Did you get anything?"
No, but I can try.
Yeah, I think you should.
She approaches Wrenna and she's like, I want to try something, Wrenna, if that's okay with you.
She smiles. Of course.
Sometimes things can happen if I want them to. And sometimes things happen when I don't. Like, recently I've been hearing voices, which I think might be thoughts of others. So I'm going to see if I can try and want to hear your thoughts. And maybe if you want it to, it might work. So, do you trust me?
She looks panicked for a moment. Will this be like the other lady who used to talk to me?
I don't know. I've never really done this before, but if you start feeling any form of discomfort or something doesn't feel right, just say so, and we'll stop. Okay?
She looks a bit squeamish, but then nods.
Katya offers her hand.
Mm-hmm. She takes it.
Okay, let's. And she shuts her eyes and let's see if I can. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. And as she opens her eyes do that glowing thing. She's like, I want to hear your thoughts. And she casts Detect Thoughts.
So you feel that same kind of. So I suppose it almost feels like a feeling of confidence when in the past you've kind of had this feeling, and you've thought in the past you were basically accurately guessing what people were thinking, but in actual fact you were hearing what they were thinking, and you kind of have that same sensation, and you hear nothing. No surface level thoughts.
Okay, Wrenna. I'm going to try a little harder now. She attempts to probe deeper.
Okay. Normally the target takes a wisdom save for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can Badger do something?
Yeah.
So if you can sort of influence what a creature's thinking about by questioning them. So I thought maybe I could give her disadvantage on her save by encouraging her to focus on the dream.
Okay. So, in which case, Badger, as you hear Katya say that, pucker up, and you tell Wrenna to focus on the dream, Katya, you make a wisdom saving throw. But you get advantage because she's focusing on the dream.
Oh, nice.
19.
And Katya, as you close your eyes, and it feels like the sides of your head, like your temples, are being pressed on as you focus on going kind of into these thoughts, and it's almost as if you're, for a moment, it feels like you're just kind of in darkness and looking around, and as you look, this world starts kind of building itself around you, almost as if the fort is constructing itself as you look around. Also, it's the darkness is being peeled away to reveal what's behind, and you find yourself stood next to Wrenna as this this world just kind of builds and grows around you. And Kate, as you look around and start trying to comprehend what it is you're seeing, the world, like you realize you're stood on this what looks like this cold stone floor. Whilst you can't reach out and feel anything, you feel in your body that kind of gross cold dampness clinging to your skin. And yeah, as it currently stands, you're just with Wrenna in this patch of stone, the circle of stone surrounded by darkness. But as you kind of concentrate and you push deeper, the walls start to materialize. And as you look up, you see like murals, reliefs on the walls of this circular chamber. And it's what appear to be just rows and rows, like columns and columns and columns of bearded men, just all in the same position, like robed bearded men, all in the same position, looking down at the two of you.
Katya takes Wrenna's hand if she can in the dream space and directs verbally, "Where are we, Wrenna?"
And Wrenna looks around and I don't know. This is all new. I've never been able to see them before. And she marvels at the carvings looking down at you. Katya, as you gaze back up, the world seemingly begins to shake. And you hear this low, resonant roar, like a slow roar that builds and builds in volume until it crescendos, sort of a and as the world begins to shake more and more and the darkness seems to be creeping back down, you look up and just before it's enveloped, you see a black banner with a purple circle. And as you study on it, you notice that all of the carvings have piercing yellow eyes and are staring at you. And you are thrown out, like in your everyone watches as Katya is visibly thrown back from Wrenna and lands in a crump on the floor.
She gets up and starts dabbing at her nose. It's like, ugh. As blood's trickling down, like, so that was interesting.
What did you see?
I saw, I suppose you could call it a fort of some description, with three or a series of statues.
No, it was like the walls
endless.
were made of reliefs of these robed, bearded men.
And she describes it, the sounds, the roar, and then the glowing yellow eyes. She describes everything, and I don't think Wrenna's seen that before. She seemed to be confused, a little delighted, I must say as well. But
based on what Katya's explained and described, would that be anywhere that's known to me in the forest?
Is anyone else trying to figure out if they know what's going on?
Sure.
Yeah, if it's somewhere I've heard about in my travels, potentially.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Balthazar?
This is a check on what? Sorry.
I guess really it's
History?
just a history check. Yeah.
For the building for the fort described.
No,
No?
All right.
no, I don't think it would work on Balthazar.
Okie dokie. So take you out. And we'll roll a history check for everyone. What did you all roll?
I got a 9.
Me too.
6.
I got an 18.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. So, Katya, you don't recognise that place even from inside it. Same goes for you, Hiram. Doesn't ring any bells. Zombo, you've heard you know many damp places. Nothing that sounds like that. Badger, you feel like there's something in there that's kind of on, like it's at the back of your head, and you feel like there's something that you recognise. But Slate, it's you that you don't know where the place is. You don't know what it was. You don't know where it was. What you do remember is seeing a black banner with a purple circle on it before. You remember seeing it in that ruined Sharan temple underneath Suzail.
That's right.
Holy moly.
Oh no.
That's right.
You remember when you were in Suzail chasing after the fire knives, and you accidentally stumbled into that ruined temple dedicated to the goddess of shadow in an attempt to rescue the nobles for the war vote. You remember seeing a hanging banner of Shah's symbol, a purple circle, a purple ring on a black banner.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, I guess.
What? What does?
I think we're, the whole darkness, sadness, terrible, fear, awfulness, the most worst things ever. I think this is kind of all tying into a delightful involvement with the Shah again.
Oh,
That
In
makes
that
sense.
cool museum we saw.
Hmm.
Katya sort of stands up and she's like, "Does that mean we're going back to Cecile?"
Oh no.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not keen to go back. And Badger, I think I owe Azarad an apology.
Why?
She kind of looks at the blood on the back of her hand and then over to Wrenna and say, I have the funny feeling he might have been right about a few things.
Oh, well, yes, but whatever you do, don't apologise to him, because he'll never shut up about it.
I told you so.
Yes, I know. Are you okay?
In one strange way, I'm actually a little relieved. I'm also terrified. I'm really terrified, but it kind of explains so many things that have happened in my life. And I kind of understand what Ursula's been after all these years and why she was why she treated me the way she did. But as Azared said, I think I need to harness this strength and this ability because it's equally useful but incredibly dangerous. Which means I kind of owe a couple of people apologies over the years.
I think that sounds like a very good idea, Katya. And it's beginning to sound a bit cliche, but we're all here for you.
Thank you. Here, can I get one of those heels? You just like on my nose, please.
yeah. Hiram just puts his hand on your face and goes like.
Bats it away. Not what I meant, but thank you.
Okay, so on that Bombshell, are you happy to now head up to the fort? Okay.
This is the question: is that where we're going, or are we following the beasts?
I think when we get closer, I'll be like, should we not just? I mean, if the beast follows us here, then that could be more carnage, and also I don't. If they hurt Baz, we can do it more. I don't know. Having someone there to help would be good, but I don't know if I really trust Raedra at all.
So, Slate, as an aside, you know that if the beast is where you think it is at least 18 to 20 miles away. It's some considerable distance. You saw it retreating to, well, I say retreating. You saw it heading to a cave. It's also it's nighttime, so yeah. If you if you were to make the journey to the cave, you'd be shattered. It'd be nearly morning. Well, it'd take you most of the day to head to the cave from here.
But I mean, there must be some inns around or other places.
I mean, there's a mouth of gargoyles, and we all remember how happy they were to see you.
Listen, we
Where's
could just
the cave, Dan, on the map?
Mouth of Gargoyles is from where
cave.
you are right now. It's about the cave or Mouth of Gargoyles. Sorry,
The cave.
So Slate tells you that the cave from where you are is approximately 20-ish miles south.
Oh, so we're going the wrong way, basically.
I have an idea if we don't want Raedra to know about Wrenna just yet.
Yeah.
As she rummages in a bag and pulls out her black wig and one of her costumes.
Makeover!
We can disguise her as someone else for a bit.
Yeah,
Yep,
we could
definitely
pretend she's one of Raidra's soldiers who's just, got whacked on the head or something, forgotten who she is. And don't tell her that, say we didn't find out where the artifact is just yet.
Oh my goodness.
Part of a Telsword uniform.
Sorry, say again.
So,
So we have part of a Telsword uniform.
Yeah.
a tellsword from the enemy side with no memory.
Do you think enemy is a good sign?
No.
Maybe
one of her
One of
people.
hers, yeah.
Yeah, we found them in the woods.
In the woods, yes.
Yeah, she just needs looking after for a few days. We can kip at the fort overnight, and then we can head to the cave in the morning. Leave Wrenna there.
Okay, I guess that could work.
Okay. Is this your plan? Are you dressing up Wrenna?
We are
Dressing up
disguising Wrenna.
Makeover.
We get one war wizard uniform in return, and we give her one tellsword.
And I'm guessing we have to paint some sort of red symbol on it to make it look as official as possible.
Well, maybe. As you start dressing Wrenna up, like putting the armor on her, she's grimacing slightly.
Catcher looks to like Zumbo, Balthazar, and Hiram, be like, "Go away."
Okay, so as the girls dress Wrenna, as you put the helmet on her. Sorry, go on.
Does that mean I'm a boy? Maybe I am a boy.
I don't know, Balthazar. I'm just gonna caution for now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go check.
Yeah, you dress up this poor mood elf, and as you put the helmet on, just from inside you hear, "It doesn't smell very nice in here."
Don't know what you mean.
And before long, you have this comedically ill-fitted tellsword just in a tabard that's too big for her, in chainmail that's clearly kind of pulling her shoulders down. The helmet kind of rattles around it. When she turns her head, you see it just kind of lolls, like slide around slightly because it's not quite fitting. But yeah, I mean, at a glance, she she looks like a tailsword.
Ooh,
And
we could say that she rebelled against her actual tell sword and took his armor and ran from the troops.
Okay.
She's a new
Let's not make the story too complicated. Wrenna might not remember it.
Oh yeah, Wrenna's not remembering anything of this. We just have to come up with a cover story.
So yeah, the only thing is, like, you know that under the helmet she's still kind of blankly smiling. All you're really getting is the eyes every so often.
Don't
Okay.
speak to anyone but us, okay?
And like she nods and the helmet kind of wobbles around a bit. You make your way up to the gates. You complete the final half mile to the fort. It is night. Like, night has fallen. And as you approach, you can hear what sounds like an argument. And as you kind of crest the hill onto the final approach of Fort Lymira, you see that the purple dragon blade on the ramparts. He's not got a torch out or anything. But he's just shout like he's not got a torch out.
Sword.
Who does have a torch are what appear to be there are 3 individuals at the gate, and like one of them is holding a torch out, and it's just it's just the torchlight is just, it just reaches out far into the forest, and one of them's just holding the torch, another's just knocking on the gate, and then looking up, and the blade's going, "No, I said no. You're not coming in. Go away, he says. And then the figure at the gate just looks up again and dum 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 keeps on knocking on the door. It just seems determined. The blade on the walls sees you approaching in the moonlight, and like you can see him panic because he recognizes you. He's clearly got to open the gates for you, but at the same time doesn't really want to open the door for these 3 individuals as well, because one of them's just boom 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 constantly banging on the door, and yeah, it's just a bizarre set of events. And as you approach, the 3rd figure turns and looks to you. And in your respective lights, you make out, you see 3 very peculiarly dressed. They look like merchants, but like all of their clothes are mismatched and there's just no fashion sense among them. It looks like they've just run through multiple people's washing lines and just taken clothes off. And it's the more feminine figure in the head shawl with what appears to be like a bright orange bodice with a seafoam green skirt. She turns and looks to you, and she kind of whispers into the ear of the torch holding merchant, which is this kind of stockier fellow with a ploofy hat. and kind of dirty traveling trousers, this bright green belt. And slowly all three merchants turn and face you, and you realize they're looking at one person in particular. And the knocking merchant fixes eyes on you, Slate. Hello, progenitor.
Well.
And you realize that in front of you, these mismatched merchants are clearly Reverence, Joy, and Promise. The three changelings you freed in Suzail. And
Hey!
with that, we will call it there.
Aw, the kids are back.
Yeah.
More changelings.
Congratulations, everyone, on completing session 10.
Well done.
Cool.
Hey,
We're
hey.
gonna do changing con.
So, yes, we will see what these peculiar merchants are up to next week. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for playing.
You.
Thanks,
And
everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I will see you next week.
See you next week.
See you next time.
See you next week.
Thanks, Dan.
Bye.
See ya.
See you soon.
And so, a series of events has been set in motion with the Warhounds at its core. As the number of threats to the heroes increases, can they muster the courage to tackle the troubles to come? Join us next week to find out. Thank you all for watching. If you like the video and everything we do here, give us a like and leave a comment below with your favourite part. We're uploading new sessions every Sunday and new shorts and TikToks on Wednesdays. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram in the links down below in the description. And if you're chomping at the bit for more Warhounds action, you can click right here for another video. Clicking on the subscribe button here keeps you updated when new uploads release, and it really helps us out. Once again, thank you, and as always, may the realms endure.